Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're one of my subscribers. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. So as you see behind me, I got my car. I'm going to walk you through what I need to do today. I just got home from work, so this is just a t-shirt that goes on underneath my dress clothes or whatever. You can see my wall of stickers. So let me show you all of that. So there's a whole thing of stickers right here. This is stuff that's actually tools and stuff that's getting ready for the Whipple supercharger. So let me show you. So it came today. I'm gonna have to go grab one of my lights, but so that's my Fast Intentions crash bar. As you can see, my I can't talk today. My intercooler oil. Why am I saying intercooler? Wow, long day. So my oil cooler, so you can see this line is going behind. I need it to go in front. Also, this is the bracket that comes with the still-in kit. At least that's my understanding. And then this is the bracket for their power steering cooler. So you can see it's much bigger than stock if you know the 370Zs. So the thing is I've got these new brackets for that, so it's going to sit a little bit flusher. And then I've got this bracket, so this lines up, and this whole oil cooler is going to sit behind here, and then this is going to get removed, and this is going to be sitting up against this. That way, over here, I can install my transmission cooler. So I might have to drill to put these in. I'm not quite sure, but I need to swap this out. So give me a minute. I also got new wrenches to make this easier. So you can see I'm going to have to put a different drop cloth in a bucket because this is going to make a bit of a mess. I also have a new thing of gloves. That way I can easily clean up. But also with my car, this is my mess of a garage. As you can see, that's the box that the crash bar came in. The stock one is in there. All the way over here is my bumper wrapped up. This box that's sitting on top of is my original stock body kit, like front bumper, rear bumper, side skirts. So here's my car. Already up on jack stands in the rear. The front is just on these racing ramps, so that way I can just drive it up. It's a bit of a pain, but once I get it there, it's not bad. Had to jack the car up a little bit to get to the bolts to remove the front bumper. I taped this up because I am going to be driving this to a garage to install the Whipple supercharger eventually. So I didn't want any of this to be loose to hit the tire or anything like that when I'm driving on the highway. So that's why all this blue tape. So plus I didn't want to damage the body kit removing anything, so I just wanted to protect everything a little bit. So that's everything. Give me a minute. Also, eventually these are going to get removed and they're going to be shortened, and I'm going to have to cut this on the end to make it fit in here better with the Whipple sitting on top, because the intake manifold, not the intake manifolds, the throttle bodies don't sit as low as these, so it's going to be slightly off where they sit. So this is going to have to be finagled to work. I also have an oil catch can system I am still waiting on. That's going to go right in here on either side where the intake boxes used to be. So it bolts right here, so it'll sit right here. Two different catch cans, so one for each side. So like I said, I have a lot of stuff to work on. I'm gonna sit this down so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully this doesn't mess up. But let me grab a light and fix the camera so you can kind of get a better idea of what I'm doing. Give me a minute. Alright, so this is the part that is not going to be fun. You get to watch me make a mess. Laugh if you want, I don't mind. Comment. make fun of me. I really don't care. This is my first time doing some of this stuff. All I'm doing is I need to relocate this and move it from behind to in front. I know I'm going to lose some oil. Someone said to use a hose clamp. How do you use a hose clamp on a metal braided line? It's not like that easily just squeezes in. It's metal. It's not like a normal, you know, hose like this. Like this, you can clamp because it's a rubber hose. This is not rubber. So I have these new wrenches. I got a whole set of them right here because, well, why not have them just in case, especially with as much work as I'm going to be doing on the car. So, and righty tighty lefty loosey is how I always remember it. However, I'm not sure which way this is facing, so I don't know if I'm going to be tightening this or loosening this by turning it this way. It looks like I'm assuming this way. Yep. Not very tight. So it's already loose now. This is going to make a mess, so you can laugh. I don't know how this is going to go. My goal is to kind of stuff this up in it just to stop it from leaking more than it has to. I don't know if I should like lift this up, but it's not going to really make a difference at this point. So I'm trying to get the hose down. Let's do this. This is gonna make a mess. I know this is gonna make a mess. All right, and nothing. Interesting. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Oh, yep, there, see, there we go. So there is oil in it. That's good. I just want to make sure there's oil in there. All right, so that said, clean that back out. So the main part that I wanted to take care of is moving this hose line. The next step is going to be relocating this whole thing. So I don't want to over tighten this. What's really interesting that I noticed, alright, what I noticed is this kit by Stillen, it's like cut off, like this end. Like this side's good, but this side's like cut. Like I didn't install this cooler originally. This was before I really wanted to take chances working on a car. I used to do, I know how to do brakes, rotors, stuff like that, like the basic maintenance. But I never had like the fear I'm gonna screw something up, and I never realized how easy some of this stuff really is. So I've learned it's really not that bad. So I don't need any of that like I thought I was going to. I don't need this anymore because there's nothing to leak. Leave the gloves on, that way I don't make a mess. So All right, well, I'm sure you don't want to see me do all this unbolting, so give me a minute. All right, so as you can see, it's no longer anything there. Here are the oil cooler and the lovely power steering cooler. So I need to mount these brackets. Let me sit you back over here. So what I need to do is I have these brackets, right? Cooler mounts here. I need to mount it like that, where the screw holes match up, which is gonna be fun. And then I gotta do the same on this side and line the screws up. But what's gonna be difficult about this side is not only am I mounting this, I'm mounting the power steering cooler in front of it. So I have to use the same bolts for it. So that's gonna be the difficult part. Unless I bolt the one through the other. Alright, so this is going to take some test fitting. Give me a little bit and I'll show you the next steps whenever I get to it. Alright, so if you take a look, only issue is this doesn't line up right. The bolts don't line up right where they need to be, because if you look, it's like leaning forward, because this can't sit flush enough here. Any ideas? I'm using the stock plate and everything. The stock bolts on the bottom side. If that'll autofocus. Jesus. Not sure why it's not autofocusing. There we go. So anyway, there is where it goes. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this, because I don't want this to be leaning forward. I want it to like sit back, because I don't want that obviously like doing this when I'm driving. I mean, the other one was pretty solid in there. This seems a little rickety. So I'm gonna have to play with it. These bolts, obviously I'm gonna have to get longer bolts, because that way this can get installed with that. I'm not sure. I haven't tried to line up the bolts yet, because they don't, if you look, they don't exactly line up. So I get to play around with it a little bit and figure this out. So give me a little bit. Bye. Alright, what a pain. So I have my Dremel over here. So I had to use the Dremel, whatever how you want to pronounce it. I had to actually cut between, on the front plate, I had to cut between the two bolts so I can actually line up and slide that through. And then this one lined up perfectly. So I actually put some 3M tape behind this, because this is sitting right, like it's dead up against it, like it's butt up against it right here. There's nothing I can do about that. If I put washers between it might sit too far forward from where the heat exchanger is going to be. I have to move these, figure these out in a minute. But this just gives you an idea of what I'm dealing with right now. So yeah, that's that side. So I still have the transmission cooler to mount. Oh god, so much fun. But that's it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and try to install this other one real quick. All right, so here we go. Look at that. Look at that. So the only issue is I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm going to bolt these in. These are gonna go away. These will go back into the engine bay, because they'll be It won't need them because the heat exchanger will keep them cool. But I have to figure out how I'm gonna mount these to the center bracket. But some shop, that screw is completely busted out. Like there's no way to screw that. So maybe I'll just bracket from here and here. Maybe from these two. Maybe I'll bracket them together here. That way it'll hold this in with the bracket. And then I'm gonna have to figure out like a bracket, or maybe just zip tie it really well here so these don't move. I mean, this one's pretty solid. I mean, it moves a little bit, but I'll figure that out. But that's everything. So that's my build so far. I have a lot more stuff coming in. Sorry, I'm a bit of a mess. So I have a lot of stuff still coming in. I still have the hosing to run. I still have the brackets I'm waiting on for the heat exchanger. There's a bunch of stuff I still need to do. I'm still waiting on things to come in, the rest of the kit. So, but for now, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. There's a 370Z actual playlist. So if you find that on my page, my main page, it's in there under playlists. It'll have like all my this build so far, what's come in and what I'm waiting on and stuff like that. So again, thank you for watching, and check out that video, and bye.